Assalamu alaikum. Hello and namaste. Welcome to another informative episode number 125 of the Limelight. I'm your host Fareen here, and I am a voice coach and a podcasting coach. And also, I'm writing a book on relationship, which will be published very soon. Okay, today on the hot seat, we have a very charismatic personality. He is a video strategist, graphic designer, advertising, and marketing expert. So, listeners, please welcome our guest, Jouhar. Joe. Hello, Joe. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for coming to my podcast.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
I know I have been behind you to record this podcast from quite a long time, and today is the day we are doing it, and I'm quite excited about it.
Me too. Me too.
Yes. So, Joe, before we go ahead and talk about your profession and what you do as a video strategist, I would like you to tell our listeners about yourself.
All right. All right. So, me basically, I am a graphic designer, and also I've been working as a freelancer almost 13 years now. And since last year, since pandemic hit, I left my 9 to 5 job as a graphic designer, and I started a personal brand on Instagram, trying to help people. Small business owners, the creative content creators, and coaches, budding coaches, to create videos for their personal brand or business just by using mobile phones. So I was trying to I saw a demand in that area, and then I started off helping people with that. And right now, that's what I've been doing. I have become a full-time video strategist and a graphic designer as well. So I'm trying to create a client base through my personal brand itself right now, in that personal brand profile in Instagram. So as of now, I am only on Instagram right now, but hopefully by next year I'll just expand it to other social media platforms as well. Yeah.
Wow, I have seen your content on Instagram because I've been following you from past 1 year. The information you give, the value you give about reels or video tips, how to overcome camera shyness, they all are so helpful, and especially for people who are starting, doing a video content and also reels on Instagram. It's very helpful for them.
Yeah, I mean, basically at the beginning, I was trying to help people, mostly on the editing part. Like, like if a small business owner want to start creating videos, most of them hold back from creating it because they think that they need high-end equipments like DSLR, and a proper audio setting, and maybe even editing experience, right? If they don't have that editing experience, they hold back thinking that they cannot do it, they cannot create a video which they are seeing on social media. So I tried helping people with the editing part, and then that's when I realized a lot of the content creators as well. Like, let's especially from arts section, like let's say in India, there are a lot of youngsters who have started creating what do you say, a living on Instagram itself through their art forms, like creating painting, creating crafts, creating gifts, a lot of things. So most of them are very shy, and they really want to overcome that, but they really don't know how to do that. So that's when I started off with my free video mastery class at the beginning, and I did 3 sessions of those. And in those sessions also, I realized like a mass audience really have this shyness problem, and they really want to overcome that and come in front of the camera and start showing up for their audience. So I that's when I started to push forward those content as well on Instagram, trying to help people understand that it's possible, and it's just a matter of practice. Because no one who we see on camera right now, whoever is established, let's say Gary Vee, or let's say Christo, or anyone who is already established, even they did have initial shyness and camera fear and all those personal trouble. Even they have gone through it, but we just see the 100% of them. We haven't seen the initial stages of this, so we think that it's not possible, but absolutely it's possible. And that's why I started to push those kind of content.
Yes, very true. And as you see these days, that video is the king of content. Now, moving on to the next question. Why videos? What inspired you to make and edit videos, whereas you've been a graphic designer? So, what inspired you to become a video strategist?
So at the beginning, last year when I started off the personal brand, I just left off my 9 to 5 job as a senior graphic designer. So I was thinking of trying to sell designs and create logos for people, and and create all those graphic designer things. And I even started off my personal brand with that agenda. But then I realized that that's been something I've been doing all this while, and I really do love doing it, and I still do it. But then I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to see what else is it that I really get that adrenaline while I'm doing it. And I found out that all this while, like, let's say from school days to college days to my work, I had this passion for movies and films and videos and short films. I did direct a few short films in my college days and in my school days. And even when I was working as a 9 to 5 job, I was constantly trying to help my company to come up with an ad idea, an advertisement idea, a video advertisement idea. And I kept pushing them to create videos. And at the end of the day, they did take up those ideas, and they started to move forwards, not only to static digital content, also to video digital content. So all these while I did have that passion for videos. So I was like, let's see what's the demand in the field for videos. And that's when it hit me that there are a lot of people who hold back from creating videos just because they think that it's very hard to create. And for the last few years, as you can see, as for the last few years, at least in India, like the TikTok was left off, and then the reels came in, and all these short videos trend was hyping up. And that's when I saw that there's a demand in this section. And also there's a lot of people who really want help to start off with their video journey. So that's when I thought, it's always supply in demand, right? So I tried to start off with, and when I started with my first reel, it was absolutely amazing. I enjoyed working on a reel, and rather than me sitting and creating a 10 slided carousel with graphic designing content, it was really what do you say, enjoyable for me to create something on video. So then I was like, of course, I need to try and see this, and it worked. And I since then I didn't ever look back. Yeah.
Indeed, I do agree because I've been doing this Reels challenge from past 23 days, and you won't believe me. I used to do TikTok. That was 2 years back, and then I left off. And again, to start over with, making videos, it was a little bit difficult because my first reel, I took around 30-35 takes to do that one video. So I do understand the pain, but it really pays off. It really pays off.
And it's a
So
great thing, and it's a great thing that you do this challenge, because we need to challenge ourselves on everything. Otherwise we never know like what works and what doesn't work if we don't work on it, right? So once we start challenging, that's when we see, okay, these are our weakness, these are our strongest part. And you can of course improvise on the strong part, and you can always try and solve those weak part as well. So, and to discover all these things, you need to we need to challenge ourselves. Otherwise we never know. We stay in our comfort zone, we will never ever know what is to come for us in the future. So we need to definitely challenge. And I love the fact that you started off that challenge.
thank you so much. I hope I complete at least 30 days and, somehow. Now, I had seen that during the pandemic, you were also having this live snaps where you used to call good content creators and used to interview them. And also, you were invited on Bilna Sandeep show, as well as Internet Moguls, which was done by Avi Arya, right? So, how was your experience in that?
Yep. So it all starts like a chain. chain reaction, once we start off with collaboration, then people
Mhm.
start collaborating with us. So at the initial stage, no one approached me. Of course, I was just starting off, and I really wanted to approach others, and I
Mhm.
really did approach a lot of people. And luckily, most of them were very humble enough to show up and do the lives with me on Instagram. And that's when I started to get a lot more visibility. Then, since I think this year, a few months back, once Clubhouse came in, that's when a lot more reach happened. Like, I started to talk to people in my locality in India
Mhm.
itself, and that spread the word. Like, that keeps spreading the word through Instagram as well. So when we talk in Clubhouse, that it's more like a talk show as well. So in
Yeah.
Clubhouse as well, it's a discussion. It's a huge discussion going on. And when we talk in Clubhouse, when we try not to sell, instead we just try and provide value and try and help others, that's when people notice us. They see that there's a genuinity in this person, and they check out my Clubhouse profile, and I linked my Instagram in Clubhouse as well. So that's how I got to direct people from Clubhouse to my Instagram. And that's where I started to get noticed by Bilna's team, and Bilna itself, and many other people as well. And
Right.
this whole vibe really did push my algorithm in Instagram, and it did help me reach more people. And that's when Avi's team did approach me. And the reason why Avi's team approached me was mostly because I was also engaging. I was a big fan of I am a big fan of Avi Arya itself, and I used to constantly attend his live sessions and his content as well. I used to keep engaging with his content as well. So that's when they noticed me, and they loved my content happily. Fortunately, they loved my content, and that's when they approached me. And absolutely, the experience is amazing, because for me, I think it's not about the number of followers you have, it's about the number of connections you create in that particular followers list, right? So it's absolute. If it doesn't make how much of a follower numbers you have. Let's say I have 1 million followers, and if I don't even connect with hundreds of them, there's no point in me having that much of followers. I mean, social media is called social media because of a reason, right? It's called social because we need to socialize.
Right.
And I think that's the huge important part in growing in social media. So all these collaborations, connections, that's the what do you say, fuel to the engine always for me. So yeah.
So I had seen both of those shows where you were in, and lot of valuable information was given out there. Now I have a next question, which is like, the basic question, and I think everybody would like to know, like, how do you overcome camera shyness or fear of being in front of the camera?
So the first step of overcoming camera fear is to understand that we need to accept the facts. We need to accept a lot of facts. So one of the most important fact that uh, we are the way how we look, and we cannot change it. All right, how much of our makeup we do, how much of our filter we add, we are who we are, and we need to embrace those things at the first. And the second thing is that your target audience, like our target audience, are not the ones who are already established, or who are looking forward to what do you say, who already knows a lot of the things which you in your particular niche. It's your target audiences are the ones who want to be educated, who want to grab a lot of values. And for them, they really don't care how we look or how we sound, rather they concentrate on the topic what we're trying to provide, right? So we need to accept that fact, and we need to understand that our target audience are the one who knows less and not the one who knows more. And trust me, even if a person who knows more come across your content, they're not going to put you down, because they have gone through the same experience, they have gone through the same kind of struggle and hustle. So they will definitely never put you down, or try and give you negative feedbacks. Only constructive criticism. I really don't believe in constructive criticism. It's criticism, and we need to take it, right? If it's good, we need to take it.
Yes,
And if it's
I
not good, you
agree.
need to understand that the person who gave you the negative the person who gave you the negative criticism really don't have the guts to even do what we are doing. So that's the people who try to bully, to do the
Mm.
cyberbullying and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you can really just smile back at them, and you can just tell them that you are sorry to the fact that they can't do what you can do. So that's the reason that irritates them, and that's why you get a lot of that kind of negative feels. I did get a lot of what do you say, inquiries regarding the same. Like
Mm.
if I put up a video, I do get a lot of, especially from ladies sides. It's very unfortunate that a lot of ladies who try to put up their video, they get mocked down. They when they try to speak up about something, they get mocked down. They
Yeah.
are they get cyberbullied all over the place, like on the comments, on the DMs, everywhere. So that is very sad fact. And to, I think, the few of my friends who are content creators who have really established, they have overcome such things by replying back to them, by smiling back at them, and making them understand that they're sorry to see them reacting this way, and they're doing what they can, and that's it, and they can't help it, right? So when we try to smile back at the cyberbully or a real-time bully itself,
Mm.
they tend to fail. They feel that failure in themselves, and they feel that, oh, they're doing something mistake. And rather, if you try to run away, or if you try to what do you say, strike back at them in a negative way, it only sparks more and more conversation on that negative space, right? So it doesn't make sense. We literally become another bullying. So instead, if we smile back at the negative energy, it becomes a positive energy. So that's what I believe in, and that's what have helped a lot of people. So we need to accept all these facts. We need to embrace all these facts and be ready to face the camera. And also we need to realize the fact that at the first go, your video will not be great. It's not going to be great, right? So for me, even after having the experience of creating a lot of short films and ad films, I was behind the camera. I was never in front of the camera, although I did I was always extrovert, so I used to participate in a lot of dance shows and anchoring and all that stuff. But standing in front of a camera while you know that you're being recorded,
Mm.
it's totally different. So
True.
the first time when I said I started off with the reels, I really took almost like 60 to 70 retakes. I took like 3 to 4 hours of creating a 30-second reel. All right. So it
Yes.
took me a lot of time, and I realized that even after being an extrovert, even after being really good behind the camera, I really couldn't withstand making mistakes in front of the camera, right?
Yes.
So I kept retaking, I kept doing that. And even after that, when I started creating a more and more reels, I kept retaking. But then, you know what, I embrace the fact that I'm making mistakes, and those retakes will help you in the future, because retakes improvise your presentation style and your overall look and
Yes.
feel of the video, right? So
Yes.
you taking retakes, you keep practicing how to talk in front of the camera, and it definitely helps you in the future videos. So that's why, if you notice that my first reel is very, what do you say, not that great of a video. I would say it sucked, because comparatively to what I'm doing right now, it had very low energy, right? So there's this concept of energy.
Mm.
I don't know how many of you guys know I am Dan Thomas. He's one of the content creator in Instagram. He's absolutely, what do you say, what do you say, great energy. His profile is absolutely 100% or 200% energy level in his
Okay.
profile. So he always says that the amount of energy you put in, half of that energy is what the audience feel through the video. So if you put only, like, let's say 10% energy or 20% energy of yours in the video,
Mm.
people will not get anything. People will not feel that energy to watch that video. Rather,
Right.
if you try and put a 50 or 100, the half of that energy is conveyed through the video to the people, and they get it, right? So
Right.
that's why I was like, my initial reel, my first reel really had very low energy. But then, like I said, the practice, the retakes, and the improvisation helped me improve that energy. And right now I feel very confident, and I'm very smooth with it, and the number of takes have become less, and the time consumption for creating a reel also have become less. So it's all a progression, right? It's all evolving. You need to evolve through time and through practice. So that's the only possible way to overcome camera fear, and also to improve your overall look and feel of a video.
Yeah, right. That was spot on. And as you said, that only if you step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself, only then you will come to know to what extent you can push yourself and get out that talent.
Absolutely.
Okay, now after all these serious questions, I have a fun segment for you. I think you already know about that. It's called the rapid fire round. I'll be asking you three random questions. You can answer them in one word or a sentence. So, my first question is, who is your idol?
So I wouldn't say idol, I would say role models, not an idol, because that would be too much. I feel like no human is perfect, right? Like, so I can't idolize them, but then there are role models and specific how do you say, niche, let's say. So in my video strategy, I would say I really admire Mo Ismail. He's amazing, and he is a really good brother to me as well. He keep replying me for all my doubts, and I really look forward to his content all the time. And I admire his content and his personality as well. And on the other hand, let's say on a huge level, like a content creator, of course it's Chris Do, who I really admire. The way how he so he the way how he finds solution to a problem, right? So for a business situation or a design thinking capacity, it's absolutely amazing the way how he thinks, the way how he face a problem. So I really admire that as well. So these two, I would say these two are the people who I really admire. Yeah.
That's really nice. Okay, my second question is the best compliment you ever got.
The best compliment I have ever got would be if you strike me, there's a lot, but I think it's not just one. Each and every time any of my followers DM me and say that it's more not more like a compliment. It's like a joy, emotional reaction. They say that your video or your content has helped me improve my video, or have helped me overcome camera fear. So these kind of comments or even the DM messages is like a big time compliment for me, rather than me getting $1,000 or a client closing a client. For me, that is what makes me happy in a day, in a particular day, that keeps me pushing and going forward. Yeah.
Wow, that's lovely. Okay, now my third question. If Joe was not a video strategist, what would Joe be?
I would definitely become a graphic designer full time. I mean, just solely concentrate on graphic designing, because for me, just because I started off video strategy right now, that of course that's been there in my life, entire life, and I realized it right now, and I started concentrating on it. But my base pillar would definitely be the my learning what do you say, sessions on graphic designing, because my entire life I've been building that skill since school days, since college. I was always concentrating on graphic designing and the logical thinking of that side. So of course that base is definitely what I will go back to. Yeah.
Wow, that's lovely. Well, that was the end of the rapid fire round, and your answers were amazing.
Oh, come on, I expected more.
Sorry, only three questions. Maybe next time on Instagram Live, we can ask these, fun random questions. Okay, now we have reached the last segment of our show where I would like your advice for our listeners.
My advice would be keep challenging yourself. As we have told, that's something which we constantly said in this entire podcast. So keep challenging yourself, go out of your comfort zone, and of course, as I always say, keep creating videos. Yeah.
That's short and sweet. Very nice. Thank you, Joe, for taking time from your busy schedule and doing this podcast with me. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Okay, listeners, if you like this episode, please click the like button of the Limelyte page. Do subscribe the Limelyte channel on YouTube, and also you can check out all episodes on Facebook, Instagram, and all the podcasting platforms. Thank you for listening, and you have a great day ahead. Allah Hafiz.